This isn't about ethics or justice or the separation of powers. This is a partisan attack on the highest court in the land. The modern left has zero tolerance for people who don't adhere to their progressive ideology. Democrats control the executive branch, they control the bureaucracy, they control Congress, then they control this committee. Woke progressives control the media and academia. They are making inroads in big business, and they control most of big tech. They used to control all of big tech until a couple of days ago. And just the fact that one part of big tech may, in fact, now recognize free speech in the First Amendment, they're going crazy. But there's one place of power that the Democrats don't control, and they can't stand it. They can't stand the fact that they don't control the United States Supreme Court. Doesn't matter that the conservative justices on the Supreme Court were nominated and confirmed by the Senate for life terms in line with what our founders put in the U.S. Constitution. Democrats can't stand that conservative justices serve on the bench. And they're willing to destroy the Supreme Court itself to get their way. They're so desperate to take down our time-honored institutions in furtherance of their radical agenda that last year senior members of this committee put out a bill to pack the Supreme Court. These Democrats, including the chairman and the chairman of this subcommittee, suddenly decided that despite 150 years of precedent, the magic number for the Supreme Court justices should now be 13. Just so happens that that's the exact number that would give Democrats a majority with the new appointments that would come from President Biden. The Democrat attacks on the integrity of the Supreme Court are not just limited to court packing. Prominent Democrats have said the Supreme Court is, quote, not well, and threatened to restructure the court if it doesn't heal itself, meaning decide cases the way Democrats want them decided. Senator Schumer called out Justice Gorsuch and Kavanaugh by name, telling them that they would, quote, will have to pay a price if they, quote, go forward with these awful decisions. Don't forget how Democrats treated Justice Barrett during her confirmation, questioning her faith, something that's mentioned in the First Amendment, first thing in the Constitution, questioning her faith and whether the, quote, dogma that lives around her or lives within her. And everyone remembers the public character assassination that Democrats committed against Justice Kavanaugh. These Democrats' attacks aren't new. They go back 30 years, back to when Senator Joe Biden chaired the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator Biden's attacks were so egregious, they yielded a new verb, whole new word, borking, named after President Reagan's nominee to the Supreme Court in 1988, Judge Robert Bork. The dictionary defines borking as attacking or defeating unfairly through an organized campaign of harsh criticism or vilification. Think about that. Senator Biden's attacks were so bad, the dictionary had to create a new word to describe them. But the attacks were successful, and Judge Bork pulled his nomination. In 1991, Senator Biden tried it again on Justice Thomas. We are fortunate that the country is fortunate that Judge Thomas withstood these unfair attacks and is now Justice Thomas. But here we are, 30 years later, and the Democrats on this committee are trying to finish what Joe Biden started. And don't take my word for it. Read the chairman's own memo. The memo the chairman put out in advance of today's hearing has a whole section on previous attempts to impeach Supreme Court justices. Why? Why would he reference that? The only plausible explanation for this is that they are desperate to try to build the case to impeach one of the sitting justices in the next few months so they can try to remove them and replace them with another Biden appointee. This is as wrong as it gets. The American people expect better from us. There's a border crisis. There's a 41-year high inflation rate that is hitting everyone's pocket. There's a war in Ukraine, and Democrats are scheming in their ill-fated attempt to remove a life-tenured Supreme Court justice. This is not what we should be focusing on. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.